How's it going, everyone? My name is Sinikle, and welcome back to yet another Higurashi. They cry. So, it's been a very long hiatus, mainly due to me being either sick or due to me trying to finish Umineko. Reasons? Because I think it's slightly better. Anyway. Let's go ahead and try and actually finish Higurashi before we continue with anything else, shall we? So where we last left off, I believe we go here. Connect the fragments. And I believe this one. Right? I think so. It was long. It really was long. Are you okay? Is your spirit still alive? Do we have all the pieces we want lined up on the game board? Is this everything we have that can go up against Takano and her minions in the game of fate in the June of 1983? I think maybe we have everything. And last but not least, HANYUU. It's you. The time you have left to be a piece is limited. But that doesn't mean you can't show up in the game. Shall we begin? I've put in hundreds of years just for this moment. Hello? There we go. Okay, it's starting. Oh boy. So HANYUU is going to be showing up. That's going to be fan-bloody-tastic. After witnessing Umineko in its glory, do y'all know who HANYUU represents? Do you? Someone once suggested that believing is like placing a bet with coins of hope. In other words, believing means taking a risk. You gain something if you win, but you lose something if you fail. I mean, duh. As with any gamble, we try to make sure we win, and then bet a coin. But, as with any gamble, there's no guarantee of victory. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and that's how you increase the number of coins you have. But if you keep losing, you don't want to continue gambling. It's then that you realize that if you don't gamble, you don't have to lose anything. Not gambling on anything is the same as not believing in anything. Not believing in anything is the same as not involving yourself in anything. Oh my lord. So many words repeating themselves, sometimes twice in the same sentence. A little irritating. And not involving yourself in anything is the same as not existing. Therefore, she didn't exist. The one coin she had in her heart was the last one. And by the way, to all you viewers watching this video, I don't know how the settings for the audio will be. It might be to the point where the voice lines are way too loud. In that case, I apologize ahead of time. Just forewarning you all. The music's a little bit low, actually. Let me fix that. Settings. Music. I mean, if it was that low, maybe we do this. That should work, right? Yeah. It should be fine. The one coin she had in her heart was the last one. If she lost it, she'd disappear. That was why she was hesitating to make a bet. She had been winning, trying not to get involved in any type of match because she was afraid of betting it by accident. But just like in a game of poker, she could lose her coin by folding. She tried not to lose her last coin, but that meant she was going to lose it eventually anyways. There was something she didn't know. Actually, I didn't know it at the time either. The more coins bet into the pool, the higher our chances of winning this game. In other words, the more frightened we are, the more we'll keep losing the game before us. It's just like carrying a portable shrine. It's impossible to carry such a heavy thing by oneself. But when people put their strength together, they can lift it easily. There's a clear borderline between too heavy to lift and easily lifted. It's just like how the balance on a scale tips with just a little weight. The big, heavy shrine before us couldn't be lifted. Everyone tried their hardest to raise it, but couldn't. I didn't help because I was sure it couldn't budge. I didn't help, so are we in the perspective of HANYUU right now? Maybe? I didn't participate in games I know I can't. I don't participate in games I know I can't win. So I didn't bet my coin. Okay, yeah, we are. But that was wrong of me. Maybe the portable shrine could have been lifted if I joined. For the longest time, I'd been pretending to be a bystander. I always thought I was there just to find out if my coin was worth betting or not. But that was wrong. I'm not just an onlooker, nor should I be a bystander. I should have participated. The game I've been facing doesn't look like a game I can win. It doesn't look like a game that's worth betting on. But by betting on it, or by participating in it, or by believing in it, the outcome might change. To gamble on something is the same as to believe in something. To believe in something is the same as to be involved in something. To be involved in something is the same to exist. Oh my lord, we're repeating ourselves. Therefore, she existed. Oh, oof. That was quite the mouthful. Mainly because I had to repeat the same words over and over and over and over and over. That was annoying. And yeah, the voice actually is very low. Alright, let's max this bit, shall we? I guess. Let's also, whoops. Yeah, let's do that. Lower the opacity of the text box here. That works. Oh, that's her line. Okay, she already said it. Why is it so low? My volume is not low either. It's at 50, where it's always supposed to be. Holy crap. Alright. Oh, wait. I think I know why. Yep. I found the reason. I had to program the game itself at a very low 5. Let's put it at 14? Yeah. Yeah, that's plenty loud, right? It's an ordinary morning. The only difference is that it started a little later than usual. Chie-sensei normally arrives in the classroom right away, but she's a little late today. Ooh, why was she late for homeroom? The rumors were already stirring about the classroom before she arrived. Chie-sensei gave a cue, and a girl peeked into the room timidly. Enter HANYUU. Aww. Oh yeah, that makes a whole world of difference, doesn't it? The volume. Oh my god. Just no one start screaming, please. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you. What did I just fucking say? Fuck. The voices of welcome, delight, and surprise all mixed together and filled the classroom.
Furude? あれ？リカちゃんの親戚なの？そうなのですよ。僕の遠縁の親戚なのです。
Did the mouths always move like that? I don't remember. I'm so used to Higurashi, not Higurashi, Umineko sprites not moving their mouths. God damn it. It's good to be back, though. To finish this. Alright. Alright, I made a grave mistake. Oh my god.
まあ、御三家筋は結構ややこしいからね。私の知らない縁石がいたとしてもありえないことじゃないよ。でもやっぱりリカちゃんの親戚だよね。かいよ。
I want you guys to hear the voices a lot more than the music. Oh. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay. All my classmates had gotten excited. The new girl looked rather intimidated by it all. Rika-chan is rather carefree, but this Hanyūu seems like the complete opposite. She's more like a shy woodland animal. Like a sheep, perhaps, represented by her little thingies. What? Well, not a sheep, right? Whatever it is. Sorry if you're hearing me move my mic. I'm trying to get it just right. God damn it. The exact type that Ren loves. Look, see? Rena is all ready to swallow her whole. Some of these lines are a little cringe. Oh god. It just makes me want to just punch the screen, man. It's like, stop it! Inappropriate, man. Gia-sensei left the podium and encouraged Hanyūu to take over. Introductions are in order. The even greater pressure of the silence left after her standing there timidly for a little bit. Well, that's understandable. It's very nerve-wracking to watch, though. Hello? Rika-chan could tell that she's too nervous to introduce herself. She's right to break the silence. Pressuring her like that isn't fair. Which is why I decided to make it more lively. Rika-chanと同じFurudeさんなんだね。Furudeさんが2人になっちゃった。なら、羽生さんでいいじゃありませんの。Furudeさんって呼んだら、リカも振り返ってしまいましたよ。We generally call each other by our first names here. She's one of us starting today, so we should call her by her first name too. なら決まりだね。今日からあんたのことは羽生って呼ぶよ。私はクラス委員長の園崎ミオン。ミオンでいいからね。北条聡子でございますわよ。よろしくですわよ、羽生さん。And I'm Daiki Tamita. Tamita? Eh. My parents run a tofu shop. Please come by anytime. I'm Suguru Akumura. Please ask me if you don't know anything. Okay. I just remembered now. Okay, yeah, they give boys no lines and girls lines. Okay, yeah, alright, I see how it is. Alright, girl with no name. Our classmates fell over each other to introduce themselves. Words. Everyone tried to get her to remember their names so they could be friends. A friendly atmosphere swelled in the room. I've only just transferred recently myself, but this is exactly how it was on my first day too. I remember how nervous I was and how much I appreciated this as a result. I know more than anyone how nerve-wracking it is to be a new student. I should look after her. So we're as Keiichi right now?
そっか。レナも去年は転校生だったんだよな、確か。レナも転校してきた時は緊張したか？
うん。でも、みーちゃんたちがすごく親切にしてくれたから、すぐに馴染めたんだよ。
まあね。ニューカマーを迎えるのも御三家の大切な仕事だからね。
都合のいい時だけ御三家になるな、お前は。でも、ミオンなんかに世話になって馴染めたってのは確かにそうだ。
なら、今度はケイちゃんがお世話をする番ってことになるんじゃないかな。
そうだな。レナだって転校生だったのに、その次に来た俺に世話をしてくれたもんな。なら、今度は俺が新しい転校生に親切にする番ってことだな。
A new student always dramatically changes the atmosphere of a class. Even my attitude has changed. We decided to gather around HANYUU during lunch break.
それでは羽生への質問は一人一個ずつだからね。彼女の本質に迫るディープな質問をズバリ言ってみよう。さあさあ、一番は誰？
好きな食べ物は何ですか？甘いお菓子はみんな大好きなのです。一番好きなのはシュークリームなのですよ。あら、それは素敵ですわね。私も大好物でしたよ。沖宮に美味しい洋菓子のお店がありますの。今度案内して差し上げましたよ。
はいはい、男ども聞こえたね。羽生の好感度を稼ぐにはシュークリームだよ。安いやつより高級店の高くて美味しいやつが効果的。さあ、次の質問は誰かな？ないならおじさんが好きな子のタイプとか聞いちゃ
うよ。Everyone kept asking HANYUU questions, and she looked all panicky again. Again and again and again, oh my god. I guess this is like a traditional ceremony for a new student. Remember, this is exactly how my first day went. Mion and Satoko seem amused, so it must be the same for them too. I noticed Rena watching the scene before her, with a distant look in her eyes. She's probably remembering her first day too.
レナも転校してきた時を思い出してるのか？他のことを考えてたな。羽生をお持ち帰りする算段でもしてるんだろう。
そんなこと考えてないよ。羽生ちゃんがシュークリームが大好きなこととか、レナのうちに美味しいシュークリームがあるんだよ、食べにおいでとか全然考えてないんだよ。お持ち帰り。
明日からいきなり不登校になったら、こりゃレナのせいに違いないな。
そんなのひどいよ。
As we watched HANYUU and our classmates have fun, Rena and I laughed together.
ねえ、ケイチくん、 なんだか嬉しいね。
嬉しいよな。新しいクラスメートを迎えるのは。
そうじゃなくて、この子、たまに見かけてた気がするの。
羽生か？引っ越し前の下見とかで来た時とかかな。レナって記憶力いいな。
そういうのじゃなくて、羽生ちゃんはもっと前からいて、レナたちのすぐ近くで、みんなで遊んでるのをずっと見てた気がするの。ずーっと。あれ？レナだけ？ケイチ君も気づいてたよね。
いや、俺は全然見たことはないんだが、レナは面識があるってことなのか？
From what I can see, this is the first time Mion and Satoko have met Hanyu. If she's been that close to us, like Rena said, it's impossible that none of us would remember her.
気のせいじゃねえのか？第一、羽生は転校生なんだぜ。村にそんなにしょっちゅういたはずないじゃないか。
そうかな。たまに見かけたような気がするんだけどな。
気のせい気のせい。羽生だってついさっき、転校前は遠くに住んでたって言ってたじゃないか。
でもレナは見たんだけどな。
Rena looked like she was trying to remember more. It's probably one of those deja vu experiences. Although it is the first time you see something, it feels like you've seen it before.
別にどうでもいいだろう。今はここにいるんだからさ。
そうなんだよね。あんなにもレナたちの輪の中に入りたそうにしていたから、仲間に加われてよかったねって。
Rena smiled with tears in her eyes. When I looked over at her, Rika-chan was wearing the same expression. It made no sense to me why those two looked that way. But as soon as Satoko came over and pulled a prank on me, I forgot all about it. These are the words that signal the best time of the school day. As soon as the last period ended, my classmates ran out of the room. Hanyūu was popular all day today. She's Rika-chan's age, so all the lower grade students gathered around her. Older students like me and Mion didn't have a chance to get close to her.
まあクラスとしてはさ、こわもての上級生が転校してくるよりは自分たちと同い年くらいの可愛い転校生の方が嬉しいだろうしね。
ケイチ君、最初の頃は緊張してたのか、なんだか怖そうな顔をしてたもんね。
おいおい、そりゃひどいぜ。俺だってクラスに早く馴染もうとフレンドリーに接してたってのによ。
どこがフレンドリーでございましたの？私、転校してきて早々にいきなりケイチさんにデコピンを食らってますのよ。
それは転校初日の教室デビューの出花をトラップでくじかれたからだろうが。しかも椅子の背には画鋲で、机の中にはカエルまで入ってたぞ。
転校生が職員室にいると聞いて様子を見に行った時、ケイチがとても緊張してるように見えたのです。だからサトコが緊張をほぐしてやろうと思ったに違いないのです。ひなみざわの先輩として気を利かせて差し上げたんでしたよ。
絶対それだけはありえねえな。
Although that blackboard eraser trap sure did help to ease my tension. But Satoko will be so pleased with herself if I tell her that. No, I'll never admit it. Never, ever, 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 ever.
羽生ちゃんはみんなと帰ったね。放課後は誰と遊ぶか今頃引っ張りだこなんじゃないかな。
でもやっぱり初日は疲れるもんだよな。きっと帰ったらバタンキューだぜ。
違いありませんわね。
さてさて皆の衆、このところ私のバイトのせいでだいぶ長いことご無沙汰だったね。部活メンバーの招集だ。
待ちかねてましてよ。ご無沙汰が過ぎると鈍ってしまいましてよ。誰かの罰ゲームをかわいそしないと僕も退屈してしまいますです。レナは負けないんだよ。久しぶりだから手加減なんかしないんだよ。
どうやらみんな欲求不満でだいぶエネルギーを持て余してたようだね。そうでなくちゃおじさんも叩き潰す甲斐がないってもんだよ。
やる気満々みたいじゃねえか。だがな、あいにく俺の今日の調子は絶好調だ。しくじったなミオン。今日もバイトに行ってた方が良かったと後悔することになるぜ。
Mion's had to work quite a bit lately because her uncle's shop is short on staff. So we haven't done any club activities for a long while. For us, club activities are the main reason we come to school. In a way, we live for these few hours after school. If there are no club activities, there's no point in coming here at all. What about your education, you fools? So it only makes sense for us to be excited about getting to have a meeting again.
こりゃ生半可なゲームじゃみんなの渇きを癒せそうにないね。何のゲームで料理してやろうかね。
Mion looked into the club locker. I'm always curious about what's in that locker and how much of it there is. I swear there's more in there than it can actually realistically hold. Just then we heard the door open.
あれ、羽生ちゃん？こんにちは、なのです。あら、どうなさいましたの？忘れ物でございますの？
I thought she had already gone home. Did she forget her lunchbox or something? It's not that big of a deal to forget a textbook, but you can't forget a lunchbox.
羽生、どうしたの？なんか探し物？
Hanyūu looked at us apologetically. What is it? Are we in the way? He kept staring at us timidly. Are we sitting in Hanyū's seat? No, that's not it.
どうしたの、羽生ちゃん。
Speak up loud and proud.
何か困りごとかな？
Rena talked to her, but there was no communication to be had. Almost like trying to have a conversation with a stray cat. What is this? Hanyūu was fixated on something. I followed her gaze and found Rika-chan. Hanyūu's apologetic gaze was directed at Rika-chan.
僕は何も言いませんです。羽生がそうしたいなら自分のお口で言うと良いのです。
With that, I finally figured it out. Hanyūu wanted to say something, but she didn't know how to say it, so she wanted Rika-chan to say it for her. But Rika-chan told her to say it herself. In other words, we need to listen to what Hanyūu has to say. We patiently waited for Hanyūu to speak up. But when I think about what happened this morning, I realize this kind of silence makes her even more nervous. Rena, noticing that, talked her way in a sweet tone of voice. Talked to her in a
どうし
sweet...
たの、羽生ちゃん。
Sorry about that.
レナにこっそり話して。相談に乗ってあげるよ。 何？もう一回言って。はははは。ほうほう。って、
Rena raised her voice.
何よ、おじさんにも教えてよ。何なのよ、一体。
本当にいいの？どうしたんでございますの？もごもご言われては気持ちよくありませんでしたよ。その、僕も部活に混ぜてもらいたいのです。
Hanyūu said it loudly, as if to shake off her embarrassment.
こりゃまだ驚いた。どこで誰におじさんたちのことを聞いたのやら。
僕も入れてほしいのです。僕も部活に混ぜてほしいなのです。よく自分で言えましたです。パチパチパチ。
Rika-chan must have known that Hanyūu wanted to join the club all along. Mion folded her arms with a smile and stared at Hanyūu as if appraising her. Needless to say, Hanyūu was intimidated.
自分から好んで七に飛び込みたがるとは、こりゃとんでもない命知らずがいたもんだよ。でもね、うちの部活はそんじょそこらのおままごととは違うんだ。選ばれた者が試練をくぐり抜けた末にようやく入部を許される栄光の部活なんだよ。入れてください、はいそうですかってわけにはいかないね。
羽生ちゃん、みーちゃんの部活は見てる分にはとっても楽しいかもしれないけど、大変なんだよ。覚悟の上なのです。勝って当然。負けたらとんでもないことになってしまいますのよ。その覚悟は終わりですこと？僕も負けないのですよ。それに。
Hanyūu swallowed once and said what was on her mind. It sounded like a big thing to say for her, as though it had a much deeper meaning.
かつての僕は負けるのが嫌で全ての勝負から逃げていましたのです。でも逃げることは負けることにすら劣ること。負ける痛みにくじけず戦い続けて初めて勝ちを得られるのだと教えてもらいましたのですから。羽生。
When Mion realized that, although she looks timid, Hanyūu is actually very courageous, he grinned. Looks like she's grown fond of her.
へえ、なかなかどうして大した根性じゃねえかよ。どうだよミオン、せっかくだから試してやったらいいじゃねえかよ。入部試験。
我が部にふさわしいかどうか、最低数週間の観察を経てようやく受けられる入部試験を転校初日からとはね。さてどうしたものか。
Mion pretended to be stubborn, but in reality, she was simply playing with her. If she actually didn't want her to join, she would have refused her right away. Of course, if Hanyūu was bothered by this kind of intimidation, she wouldn't be able to survive in this club.
レナとサトコが今話したと思うけど、うちの部は厳しいよ。勝って当然。狙うは1位のみ。間違って最下位になった日にゃ、生まれてきたことを後悔するような大変な目に遭わされるんだよ。
でも僕も頑張るのです。 でも罰ゲームだってとっても楽しいんだよ。
Ryukishi really upped his game in Umineko. I'm just realizing this. This is pretty laxed compared to Umineko. Higurashi is like more tame. Even during Higurashi's holy shit moments, all right? I'm just baffled with the comparison between Higurashi and Umineko. All right? I'm just baffled by it. HANYUU-chan, you've been watching the whole time, huh? You've been wanting to join for the longest time, huh? I get the feeling that Rena had just mumbled something like that.
ミオ、もったいぶらないで試してやればいいじゃねえかよ。
Then why not put it in quotes? Well, whatever.
俺だってそいつをくぐって入部を許可されたはずだぜ。
そうですわよ。一つ羽生さんの腕っぷしを見てやろうじゃありませんの。羽生ちゃん頑張ろう。レナは手加減しないからね。僕だって手加減しないのです。僕は羽生にだけ手加減しないのです。
よーし、フルで羽生、あんたに我が部の入部試験を許可する。となりゃ話は変わるね。羽生にもわかるゲームにしてあげないとね。どれがいいかな。おこいつがいいかな。
Mion threw a deck of cards onto the desk. Does this mean... what was the game called? Old Maid? Or something like that?
誰でもわかるゲームでいこう。トランプのじじ抜きはどうかな。
望むところなのです。
Here she goes. This is the... This... What? Hold on. Oh my god, my brain just... Oof. What? This is the exactly what I had. See how that is weird? Okay, you know what? Just fucking push through it. Cynical, you're fine. I had to endure when I went through this entrance exam. This is the marked tile deck. Push through. Just do it. Don't stop. Just push through, Cynical. God damn.
なかなか威勢のいい返事でございますわね。でも我が部のじじ抜きは一味違いましてよ。
Oh yeah, clearly. Most of the cards have scratches on the back, so by memorizing the scratches, you can tell what card it is. I don't remember in the anime, but doesn't she win all of them? Because, well, obviously she's been watching over for every single, like it was mentioned earlier, she watches all the previous games, or whatever. How was it phrased? You know what I mean, right? All the previous fragments and all that crap. Anyway, in other words, you're more than welcome to the play. Okay. I think that was voiced by her, right? So I don't have to read it. Whoops. Oh well. Shut up. Shut up! This sure brings back memories. I had to go through this too. It just happened recently, but I still feel so nostalgic. Good for you.
だが、それと手加減は別の事件だぜ。あの時、みんなが手加減なしで全力で俺を叩き潰してくれたように、俺も全力で叩き潰してやるからな。なあ、みんな。
お覚悟なさいませですわよ、羽生さん。
さあさあ、部活メンバーの末席を望むなら、それにふさわしいかを自ら示してみな。
はいなのです。
そ その手札を右から言うよ。エース3、4、7、ジャック、クイーン。
今さら手で隠したって見え見えですわよ。ごめんね、羽生ちゃん。これがスペードのエースだよね。
Or not. Okay, never mind.
思い知ったな、羽生。入部試験の洗礼を思い知れ。
You can read her like a book.
ケイイチは自分の入部試験の恨みが混じりまくりなのです。
Clearly.
ほらほら、ケイちゃん、そんなこと言ってていいの？羽生、ケイちゃんの右のカードで上がれるよ。
Oh, hell no.
上がりましたのです。
わあ、きったね。こうなりゃ本気モードで行くぜ。よくもこの俺を怒らせたな。羽生、お前初日の下校からいきなり尻尾付きブルマの首輪付き四つん這いで帰宅したのか？
あらあら。それはむしろケイイチ。
Why is the music still so loud? Is it dependent on what music is playing? Because I have it extremely low already. God damn it.
いいねいいね。それをレナがお持ち帰り。
Excuse me, what?
僕もケイイチに恥ずかしい罰ゲームをしてやりますのです。
いい提案だね。おじさんはそいつになるよ。
All of you over. You're all evil. All of you.
なんでいつの間にか俺包囲網が完成してるんだよ。
Leave the one poor man alone.
上等だ。てめえら全員四つん這いで下校させてやるぜ。
In your wildest dreams. Can I just say the effect sounds are kind of like over the top as well? This is so crazy compared to fucking Umineko, man. I actually miss Umineko now. God damn it.
はい、バンケットより後方。スピーチあと一人で乾杯に入ります。準備できてるね。
後方 OK です。内部全然聞こえないんで、スピーチが終わるタイミングでコールをお願いします。
いいかい。各宅にビールは10本ずつだよ。ちゃんと自分の縄張りにスムーズに運んでね。
Young waiters with bow ties got bottles of beer ready for a toast. There are several dozen tables with white tablecloths on them in the banquet room. Approximately 8 people are sitting at each table, so there are at least a few hundred people here. The banquet room is teeming with excitement. There are many plates with different kinds of food on each table. A sushi platter, a sashimi platter, a fruit platter, platter. Also, along the wall, there are cooks ready to serve fresh sashimi. Sorry. All the guests appear to be well-mannered gentlemen, and obviously there are notable people from different fields. The huge and beautiful chandelier above them clearly tells that this hotel holds a status good enough for those famous people. An elderly gentleman is giving a long speech on the stage before making a toast. Usually people don't like such long speeches, especially if it's before a toast. But the guests are actually excited with his speech. Well, maybe fervor was a pleasant way to put it. It was probably more accurate to say their excitement was bizarre. No line for this guy. I'm not gonna read extra lines. So, go ahead and read. Read at your own risk. What? I don't know. Okay, there you go. Hold up. Yeah. Different soundtracks have different, like, inner volume settings. I don't know why. Weird. Kind of annoying, too. Thunderous applause filled the banquet room. All the gentlemen agreed and expressed that they felt the same way by cheering him on. In all that hubbub, there were two people standing by the wall who didn't seem to fit in with the rest. They were wearing sharp-looking suits, and while a little too old to be called young men, were certainly young compared to all the elderly gentlemen in the banquet room. Apparently he's important enough. Who the fuck are you? Oh, I know you.
But 20歳以上が全員投票するわけじゃない。投票率のほとんどは退職して時間にゆとりがあり、その分政治に関心の高い高齢者が占めている。
となれば、高齢者層をいかに取り込むかというのが選挙のポイントになるわけですね。
The war only happened 40 years ago. In other words, the generation that's interested in voting is the generation from before the war.
うちの袋、よく空襲の話をします。昔は水道橋のあたりに住んでて、空襲で家族を全員失って、焼け野原を一人さまよったなんて話をいつも。
そうさ。
Our parents went through the war. They shed their blood, sweat, and tears, believing it was for the good of the nation. We lost the war, but they believe the war still brought about change that serves as a foundation for the peace we have today. I hear that a lot. That if Japan hadn't fought in the war, the Asian countries would still be Western colonies. There was no way we could have won, but we needed to fight in that war, or something like that. In that case, no matter how much they preach pacifism, politicians can't ignore the pre-war generation. War's bad, and we should never again fight war. But that war was necessary. Unless they say things like that, it's like they're denying the very lives that generation lived.
なるほど。政治家も票を取るのに大変なんですね。
そういう主義主張も本心でしているなら一意見の主張として立派だと思う。だが彼らの票が欲しくて表向きだけ調子を合わせてる卑劣な政治家もいる。そういう迎合的な政治家が後を絶たない限り解雇主義は永遠に終わらないのさ。
そうして若者とお年寄りの意識の格差は多分1000年経っても相変わらず。
They'll just keep repeating that the war was justified yet regrettable every time an election takes place. When will our country ever be freed from that cycle?
簡単さ。若者がちゃんと選挙に行け。そして安易な迎合にごまかされず、ちゃんと政策を考えてるやつに投票しろ。 実現可能な政策だぞ。
ああ、いますね。明らかに実現不可能な公約を掲げてる候補者っています。あ、赤塚さん、F 択ってあれじゃないですか。
あのご婦人だな。行くぞ。
The speech had ended, and the elderly gentlemen were given the man on the stage a standing ovation. The two men walked through the crowd and approached an old lady in a kimono.
はい、私ですけれども。どちら？
昨日、
Sorry. God damn it, I thought she was done talking.
ましたものです。
The pauses, man. I fucking hate them, man. I hate them, man.
赤坂と申します。
主人はね、ずっと日本のためにと身を粉にして働いてきたんですのよ。それなのに
奥さんの胸中、深くお察しします。
This wasn't really anything out of the ordinary. Nobody could remember if there had been a donation or not, so a handful of politicians were questioned. As a result, some came up with a scheme to blame a sickly elderly man who had already retired. With only a short time to live anyway, he was the perfect fit for them. The elderly man had already been sick in bed, and the shock of his friends betraying him had taken away his will to live. The only thing his wife could do was to simply watch him suffer. She kept crying while telling the men about her husband's achievements.
ご主人の無実が間違いなければ、必ずや裁判官は正義の判決を下すでしょう。大丈夫です。濡れ衣は必ず晴らせます。
そんなのは分かっています。だって無実なんですから。でもね、判決が出るまで主人は持たないんです。お国のためにとあれだけ働いてきて、こんな気持ちで死ねなんてあんまりじゃないですか。あれじゃあ死んでも死にきれません。
Akasaka nodded and tried to find the right words to say to her. His colleague rummaged through a pile of paperwork behind him. The papers were filled with fine print, and it would be hard for an onlooker to tell exactly what they were. However, the way he was looking at them made it very clear that they contained something important.
赤坂さん、こいつはすごい資料です。金の動きが完全に網羅されてます。
Akasaka gave him a signal to remind him that this wasn't the place to be looking through those documents.
奥さん、この他には書類束のようなものはありませんね。
ええ、主人の金庫に入っていた文書はそれで全てです。どうかそれで恩知らずな連中に一泡吹かせてやってください。あれだけ主人に世話になっておきながら。
奥さん、この文章の内容には一部ご主人にとって不利益な内容も含まれていますが、それを。
ええ、それは分かっています。
Sorry.
政治はね、綺麗事だけじゃないんです。私だって政治家の妻ですのよ。
ご協力を感謝します。この書類は必ず巨大な不正を暴くために使用します。
一つだけよろしいですか？
Sure, why not?
それを公表するのは主人が亡くなるまで待ってもらえませんか？
The paperwork Akasaka received was something her husband intended to take to the grave with him. Something that shouldn't exist in this world. If it went public, her husband's name would be disgraced. Akasaka nodded.
わかりました。誓ってお約束します。
Vast public funds were moving from Kasumigaseki? I butchered the fuck out of it. The funds were issued to sub-branches to carry out national policies. But various ideas over those public funds always came together, and there was never an end to those trying to poke a straw into it to suck it out like a mosquito. Access dividends. Cordial patronage, profits for organizations that benefited themselves. Many financiers had approached and adhered to officials and politicians hoping to earn those gains, and the bureaucrats constantly indulged them. That's how Japanese corruption works. These illegal pipes form bypass after bypass in Kasumigaseki, siphoning off public funds for their profit. To find and destroy such pipes is, of course, in the national interest. But eliminating illegal expenditures? Yeah, isn't as simple as all that. There are important people connected to those pipes, and when those people are investigated, a major political scandal takes place. The reason why the government doesn't investigate such illegal expenditures is not only to protect vested interests, but also because they are conscious of the damage these scandals can cause politically. To put it more succinctly, the government can't endure the pain of pushing pus out of the wound. Oh my god. The closer the exposed subject is to the top, the greater the pain faced by the government, and that affects the cabinet approval rating. The closer the subject is to the core, the more extensive the damage of to the heart. The secret investigation Akasaka was leading went as close to the heart as it got, and could cause a collapse of the administration from shock. Akasaka was tipped off that a huge amount of public funding was leaking out through an organization, of the 7 imperial universities. So he and his colleagues had been conducting a secret investigation into the matter for a long time. His target was tightly knit, but he learned the wife of one of the organization's senior members bore strong resentment toward them after her husband was made their scapegoat, and he managed to contact her. And because of that, he had gotten his hands on extremely important information. Okay.
みんなご苦労さん。だいぶ外堀が埋まってきたようだね。特に赤坂くんが入手した資料は相当ショッキングなものだよ。ずいぶん苦労したでしょう。お疲れさん。
いえ。
The small meeting room was filled with boxes that were, in turn, filled with documents. A whiteboard was filled with cramped writing, too. A few of the investigators in the meeting room, which was also filled with smoke, were reading the documents intensely. Their intimidating manner clearly indicated that they were police officers with a great deal of experience. Akasaka was one of those men. It had been a while since Mamoru Akasaka was transferred to this department. When he worked on the case of the kidnapping of Minister Enukai's grandson, he had been a rookie, but by now he was an experienced investigator. After a knock on the door, an elderly man entered the room. Everyone straightened up all at once.
Now we will go back home today, until the very last We still got a few more days to slay.